it's very upsetting when a guy doesn't want the child and the girl said, I'm going to have it anyway, because I feel like the man has every right to walk away.
Right.
Yes, you made a human, and it's very unfortunate, but he doesn't want it. He doesn't want anything to do with it.
With you.
You can't then force a guy to have the child, keep the child, or pay for the child.
Right.
It's on you now, sis. As I always say to girls, if you're going to have a child, make sure you can financially support that child before you say, I'm going to keep it. Because if you can't, don't go and blame no man for not being there.
Hey, yo, what's poppin', y'all? I'm Ace.
Hi, and I'm Star. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
I bet. Let's get into it. Alright, so boom. We back with Pearly Things again. Talking about men should not go through this. And I believe it's about men's reproductive rights. Or lack thereof.
Okay.
So, we'll see what they talk about.
I think you learned.
And that's the thing. As I was saying about men saying you want to scatter your seed and throw your seed. That's great. Protect yourselves, because some women out here are on crud. And if you look a certain way and you've got certain money, you are going to be the one paying child support for kids you didn't want.
Facts.
Unless you're going to blow out. So, you know, it's very, just be very careful.
And then you would
the
deadbeat.
laws are against men. It's not even illegal for a girl to steal a condom and inseminate herself. It's not illegal.
Yep.
No.
Could you imagine? It's not illegal for a woman to.
Can't believe women do this.
Yep. To steal used semen in a condom, or harvest your joint and put them in there, and then straight up put you in a pregnancy and then chase you down for child support. Like, that's real. People have done that.
Can't believe women do that. That shit is
I can
crazy.
believe it because they don't want to work. They're lazy.
That is crazy.
That's so bad.
And the other thing is, we're incentivized to do bad behavior, because you just said it, right? So we're rewarded for bad behavior. We get pregnant by the wrong guy. Do you think that men should be able to have financial abortions since we have the right not to be a mother? Should they have the right not to be a father?
I like that.
Financial abortions.
I can answer.
Facts.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I think it's
Yep.
very upsetting when you've done the act, which was great, you loved it, lasted 3 minutes, whatever.
Smoke.
I had to put it in there.
Fire and
You've done
smoke.
the act, and then you've now got the consequence of the act.
Yeah.
And it's very upsetting when a guy doesn't want the child and the girl said, I'm going to have it anyway, because I feel like the man has every right to walk away.
Right.
Yes, you made a human, and it's very unfortunate, but he doesn't want it. He doesn't want anything to do with it.
With you.
You can't then force a guy to have the child, keep the child, or pay for the child.
Right.
It's on you now, sis. As I always say to girls, if you're going to have a child, make sure you can financially support that child before you say, I'm going to keep it. Because if you can't, don't go and blame no man for not being there. It's different. The man said, have my child, I love you, we're going to go together.
And then leaves you.
Leave him, you go in together and he leaves. But if you're there saying,
different.
I want a baby, then whatever happens to you and your baby is between you and your baby.
Facts.
That's a fact.
Facts.
She keeping it 100. Because let me tell you something.
Another logical woman on here.
Right.
Glad to see it.
Right. I mean, you got to keep it a stack. It's like, how many choices do women get?
All the options.
Right.
All the options.
I've said this before. We both make the same mistake, right? Somebody was supposed to wear a condom and didn't. Somebody was supposed to take their birth control and didn't. Whatever. Somebody messed up.
Yep.
We're here now with a positive pregnancy test. The man is now out of choices. He is now stuck with whatever choices you make. If he really wants a baby and you don't want it, no baby. If you really want a baby and he doesn't want it, he is now legally required to pay for this motherfucker for 18 years. Maybe he doesn't want a baby, yo. And if you decide
to deal with the girl on a regular basis
right,
for about
for someone you don't want to be with.
or plus years.
Well, plus really. At this point.
Plus years.
Shit's expensive.
Right. And freaking now I have to deal with you for a whole lifetime to raise this child.
Right.
We might not even have an agreement
based
on how we want to raise this child.
Right.
Like
based on decisions that you made by yourself.
That's crazy.
And
like,
then
how do you take that right away from the man like that? I just don't understand.
You make that decision, and then if he doesn't want the baby or doesn't want you raiding his pockets for the baby, now he's a deadbeat. He's the worst person ever for not acquiescing to a decision that you made by yourself.
Yeah, right.
Because you knew he didn't want the baby.
it's
but you
like,
did it anyway.
I'm having it, case closed.
Right.
Or you don't want it? No, I don't.
No,
want
I
it.
don't. Fuck wrong
Not
with
with you, at
and I don't
least.
want you either. Right.
Like what?
Right. And it's even worse than when they like, some of them do it on purpose, because they know that child support money is big money, and if the person's rich, a lot richer than you be getting more money per month than you could ever make by yourself. And let's keep it a stack. All that money ain't for the baby. It's not.
And like, why would you want to continue that type of lifestyle, toxic lifestyle, with somebody you don't like? You're gonna clash for X amount of years,
Or raise a baby
and then
in
raise
that
a
lifestyle.
Right. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's not good. That's not a good environment to be in. Like, why would you put yourself in that environment? Like, willingly. Like,
Right.
what?
Like, it's really out
Please,
of order.
it just don't make sense.
Sickening, really, because it's not
That's
only that,
toxic.
but they sentence their child to their toxicity for the rest of its life.
Absolutely. Yup.
That's what I see it.
Right. And it's rewarding bad behavior.
Yeah, definitely.
It's incentivizing girls to catch a kid off of a rich guy.
That's that's their dream. Their dream is to
Yep.
find a rich man, have his baby, and be cool. That's what some guys take
It's
their
trapping.
kid from the woman they can.
It's trapping.
There's a certain story that he's a basketball player. He's quite young. He had a baby by a woman who just wanted the baby to get child support. So he was actually going through battles trying to get the child to live with him. Says I got to pay the mum child support, because actually it's crazy what she did. And a lot of women do that. And I'm really, really against single parenthood and women trying to have babies just for money. I'm really, really against
Yeah.
that.
Right.
And
That's
they
the
really be
Hell
doing
yeah.
that.
statistical advantage that you could possibly put a kid at.
Disadvantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
Or a disadvantage.
Like, why would you willingly bring a child into this world knowing not to have a father? That makes no sense.
Especially
Right.
a mother that doesn't want them. It's
Right?
selfish.
Right.
It's absolutely selfish.
100%.
Because you're putting your want for a check above a child.
A child's
Instead of finding
future,
a million
right?
guys that would probably date her if she's attractive enough to get a guy from a baby from a rich guy.
I think it's very situational, because there's we can't speak for all women, but there are a lot of women who could get pregnant by mistake and they physically cannot
Oh, no,
abort a child.
How much
No,
of
not
a
from a
mistake?
rich man. No, not from a rich man. Just genuinely
Okay.
got pregnant. They physically I have friends who are maybe I'm not ready, but I can't physically bring myself to abort anyone.
Right. So
Great. So that's on you. That's your business and that's your decisions. So you don't get to chase me down for child support because you have a moral aversion to abortion. Like, that's not my problem.
And
so
if you have a immoral feeling about abortion, there's adoption. Have the baby, then give it
Yeah,
up for
and
adoption.
give them up, right? If you really feel like that.
Very
there's
situational.
six layers though of protection.
Yeah.
One, you can get an IUD. If you don't get an IUD, you can get the pill. If you don't do the pill, you can take a morning after pill. If you don't do a morning after pill, you can do an abortion. If you don't want to do an abortion, you can give the kid
There's
for
so many
adoption.
options.
And I think I
There's
just
so
wanted to-
many options.
And you can require the men that you sleep with to wear a condom. So there's 6 layers of protection for a woman. All the man has is a condom. And so
It can pull out.
what?
It can pull out.
That hasn't always worked. No, it doesn't.
It lowers the chances. It's not that it works.
Right, thank you.
Right.
Buddy in the corner speaking facts. Yeah, it lowers the chances. It doesn't work. Like, not like how condoms work, motherfucker. Like, shit. I wouldn't bet your life on it.
Listen.
Lowers the chances.
Right. So at some point it's a choice. She made a choice.
100%. I think also the Ella 1, for example, it's 120 hours. It works up to 120. It's just 5 days.
Yeah.
Women need to know your body clock, because you can take no pills, and know when you're fertile or not fertile. That's the first thing you need to do as a woman. Know your body.
And 7. Track your cycle.
Track your cycle.
7.
So track the cycle. Okay, cool.
That
Didn't track
is
the
7,
cycle.
yep.
Didn't wear a condom. There's the one after pill,
Yeah.
which is 72 hours afterwards. But worst case scenario, you've got 5 days, sis, to sort your stuff out. And you don't. At this point, you can't be known by yourself.
Well, it's a choice at that point. I mean, you had 7 layers.
It's literally a choice.
She added a layer.
I was
Facts.
17 with my dad, but they gave her the kid up for adoption.
Wow.
Yeah, and like we meet him later. His name's Greg. He's pretty cool. But,
Wait, what? What'd she say?
She's saying that her mother gave up a kid for adoption,
Oh, okay.
and then she met him later.
Her
brother,
more
right?
about decision at the time.
but she wasn't gonna be selfish. She was
Exactly.
selfless. She thought
Yeah.
about the kid before her.
Because she was 17.
A lot of, I don't know, a lot of not young people, but a lot of people don't necessarily think about that concept. I think everything, not being married, being single, whatever, if you're going to start bringing kids into this world, even men that want to scatter their seed and have loads of kids everywhere, or
Don't
be a
do that.
woman that has loads of multiple kids, it's becomes a human being that you're talking about. That human being is going to have to be put in a place where you're going to put trauma on them for no reason. Because they're not asked to be born.
You're in charge of their development. Like, what?
Right.
They're going to be so messed up from this. Like, why would you do that?
That's true. They never asked to be born.
Right.
And yet you put trauma on them for absolutely no reason. You put trauma, you like I said, you sentence them to a life with two parents that hate each other. That's fine. You know everything that comes with that for absolutely no reason. For decisions that you made by yourself because you had baby fever. Fuck out of here. Anyway, that's it for this one. I'll holla at you.